Greetings, everyone. How are you? I am Taalib-Din, the founder of Dream Big and Grow Rich, which is a personal and professional development company that helps women to make their dreams come true. Now, today I want to discuss with you about negative thinking, because we all know how negative thinking actually stops people dead in their tracks from living the life they love and manifesting their dreams. So, what I want to do is actually define what negative thinking is. And negative thinking is a thought process where people tend to expect the worst. They would tend to expect the worst or reduce their expectations to a worst case scenario. Meaning they have low expectations of themselves and other people, and they're always anticipating bad things to happen. How deep is that? Like, I know you can relate to how your negative thoughts and your negative thinking stopped you from pursuing something that you wanted to pursue, going for that goal, applying for that dream job, preparing to launch your business, or saying yes to an amazing man who wants to spend the rest of their life with you, or shutting people out of your life because you are afraid to trust again. So you will push them away because you're expecting the worst from them. Let me say something to you. Negative thinking kills any possibility from happening. It destroys possibility from happening. And some of the effects of negative thinking is fear and worry. Fear and worry. And fear is to anticipate danger. Picture that. You're getting ready to go into an interview, and you don't have butterflies, but you are thinking negative. So you're anticipating danger from the people who are interviewing you or potential job opportunity. That's deep. And that very thought and that very thinking hinders so many people from taking a leap of faith, for daring to go for that dream, for daring to do something different because they are fear of what people are going to think, or they are afraid of failing. That's a negative thought that strangles the life out of your goals and your dreams. We can't do that. If you are daring to manifest your dreams, and if you are daring to have the audacity to go for your goal or to create the life of by your design or your dream, you have to replace those negative thoughts with a positive thought. So I am all about giving people how-tos. I believe, and if I'm going to bring up a topic, not only am I going to do my best to enlighten and educate, I'm going to give you some practical how-to steps, right? So one of those steps is actually getting present to your mood shifts. So identifying when your mood actually shifts. And when you identify when your mood shifts, this is how you identify your mood shift, because you're gonna notice a dip in your energy, or a dip in your emotion, or a dip in your thinking. And when you experience that dip, you want to first ask yourself, what caused my mood to shift? What caused my mood to shift? Because you want to get present to that shift, right? And once you identify the mood to shift, you're going to ask, what actually happened? What happened? You want to get real clear, because I know sometimes I'm doing my thing day to day and throughout my day, and I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real empowered, and something happened and my energy shifts. And I ask myself, like, what happened? I ask myself this question: what happened to change your shift? And when I ask myself what happened, the scenario and circumstance actually presents itself, and I'm like, oh, I'm on energy shift because I actually had to have this conversation with this person, and I didn't want to upset them, but I had to speak my truth. So when I'm able to identify like that actually happened, then I ask myself, what feeling am I committed to having? What feeling am I committed to having? Because first I want to know, like, I'm not committed to being in this space. So let me go back to my commitment. So if your commitment is to feel empowered, to be inspired, to be a space of love and kindness, then you're going to get present right back to what you're committed to, and you're going to bring yourself right back to that feel good, positive thought and frequency, right? So another strategy is deep breathing. Like, many people kind of take this strategy for granted, and it seems so simple and basic, but breathing can save lives. Like when people go have a panic attack, the first thing they're told is to take deep breaths. Or if a woman is in labor, that they're trained to take deep breathing exercises. So when you actually, there are many benefits to deep breathing, but I want to just share one with you. And one of those benefits are endorphins are released. The endorphins are released, and endorphins are that feel-good hormone. It's the hormone that make you feel like, oh, I could conquer anything. Anything is possible. It's that hormone that makes you get back into that positive state of mind, right? So another strategy to replace your negative thoughts with a positive thought is to expect good things to happen. Like we know the definition of negative thinking is to expect the worst outcome for everything. So now we're going to flip that. We're going to reverse that. And this is a strategy that my Grandma Elsie taught me. May God bless her soul. She shared, I experienced a heartbreak some years ago. And she would call and check up on me to make sure I'm doing okay, right? And she said to me, she said, Sugar, I want you to go out there today and I want you to expect good things to happen. And I said, okay, Grandma, I'm going to expect good things to happen for me today. And I did just that. And when I came out into the world, when I walked out of my door and I stepped out into the world, I was expecting good things to happen. And I'm going to tell you something. When you expect the good things to happen, you're going to attract those good things to you, right? And you're not going to focus on the small things that are really petty, that you can turn a petty situation to a big unfortunate scenario. No. When you expect good things to happen, all the other stuff just rolls off your shoulder and you see the good and you see the lesson and you see the wisdom in these experiences, right? So that's another strategy. And the last strategy I'll leave with you is, I got this from my husband, and he's actually my spiritual and my entrepreneur coach, and this is Antar. And he says to reject negative thinking, reject that negative thought. So what you want to do is you want to recognize that negative thought. You want to reject that negative thought, and you want to return back to your state of positivity. You want to return back to your state of feeling good. You want to return back to that state of walking with your swag in your own world and in your own zone, right? So that's what I have here. And I want to say this to you. There are so many strategies on how to replace your negative thinking with positive thinking. And I didn't want to overload you guys with too much information, but I am going to tell you that I'm coming back with this topic again to give you more, because I really know from my own personal experience and from working with other people how negative thinking stops them. It stops them, and I know you can relate. So I really want to say thank you for watching, and I want to hear from you. First, I want to hear, what do you do to replace your negative thought with a positive thought? And I love to just hear what you have to say. And if you found this video to be inspiring, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this with people in your lives who you know will benefit from this. So I want to thank you, and I really appreciate and value your time, and God bless.